Good morning, my beautiful people. How are you guys doing? What are you sipping on this fine and dandy day? I hope you guys are all enjoying your day, evening, night, wherever you guys are around the world. I know, okay? My hair is going out. I got a headband in. Please don't make fun of me. But before we get to today's CS news, which is nice and spicy, we're going back in time, I feel like, today. I do want to thank Team Vitality, who are currently on a 30-series win streak, 6 straight titles, and they decided to send me some of their merch. I'm not being paid for this. They did send some shirts, though. I feel like they probably could have afforded to pay me something. They didn't, but I am nonetheless very appreciative. If you guys don't know me, I love begging for free merch, and so they sent me 2 of their shirts. I mean, guys, if you see me at the Austin Major, I will be repping either one of these two, either Rops or Sir Zaiwu Goat as well. So thanks to Team Vitality, because they went on a win streak, I guess they were like, let's give this guy some hand-me-downs and leftovers. But seriously, I do appreciate that. I will be repping the merch, and what a great way to start the day. Even better, though, was the news around S1mple. The old S1mple is back. Many people out there thought this video I'm about to show you was AI. It was fake, but it's actually true, because after losing to Heroic, was it map 3 that went to overtime? Or almost went to overtime. I can't remember exactly, but of course for IEM Dallas, elimination matchup between Heroic and the new TaZ, and TaZ pushed them. They pushed them to their limits. It was actually a very exciting close to the series, but Heroic did take down TaZ and S1mple in his debut, and here's what S1mple had to say. Sorry, Sir Rops, I will fold you. I did not mean to offend you, Sir Rops.
We lost against bots. This one you can put in blog. We lost against bots. Bots, heroic bots. Some guys I respect you. As a guy from Belarus I respect as well, but we lost to bots. And I 100% sure we will never lose. Even if we're not gonna practice for 1 month with Javi, we will never lose to those bots. Because they're bots and we're... Okay, maybe I'm not human, but my team is humans. Bots, humans, something else. Okay? So yeah. I'm joking in case. But in every joke there is small amount of truth, you know? You Americans, you heard about this?
I mean, this is not full-on toxic S1mple, but this is the freaking banter that you guys want. This guy cannot accept losing to a team like Heroic because he knows his expectations are far above that, and he still had a decent tournament. And TaZ, I would say, subtly impressed people for how few practice times they had together, like a dozen practices or scrims together, and they were able to pull off at least one victory in a couple closer series. I think Liquid 2-0'd them, but both matches, they had some decent comebacks and were within a couple of rounds. And albeit, yes, Team Liquid not looking their best, but still, they were in contention against some of these top 15 or top 20 teams, which is nice. And even S1mple's like, that's not good enough. These guys were bots. I respect a few of you, but it's not good enough. I love that. I would love for any other pro player out there after they lose games to be like, we lost to bots. They suck, so we sucked even more, but I just want you guys to know that they were bots. And now so many times this season so far throughout Counter-Strike, I've just wanted the rematch. Like, so many people have said things, and I just want the rematch over and over again. I wouldn't mind to see TaZ and Heroic at the Major. I wouldn't mind to see Vitality and Falcons probably in the grand finals. If they end up on opposite sides of the bracket, I wouldn't want to see them in a quarter or a semi. We'll see how the bracket does change. But there's so many matchups that I want to see out there, and we'll see if we do see them. And speaking of matchups that might be changing a little bit, we talked to you guys about that same Heroic roster in last video, where Heroic had to come forward because of these conflicting interest rules that Valve has established or tried to reestablish for several years now. They have now said, hey, by the way, after the Major, G2 are taking SunPius and our coach Saw. Just so you guys know. To which we then had TaZ, the current G2 coach and sometimes stand-in player when he wants to be. He just tweets a winky face and good. Like, one of the best responses to a potential seemingly roster change and replacement of himself that I have ever seen. I don't even know how to decipher this. I wanted to somehow twist an angle of like, maybe it's not happening. Maybe TaZ goes to assistant coach. Maybe TaZ becomes a stand-in player. Maybe TaZ has another job already lined up. But I don't even know what this means. I'm going to let you guys interpret what that means. But TaZ has now responded to his own replacement, potentially. And he says, good. And a little fun clip out there. Sometimes we learn about the origin stories of these CS player names. Technoblade has now actually shared his. And I just said Technoblade. I meant to say Techno4K, and I just spoiled where part of the name comes from. I'm so sorry that I'm so tired. As Techno4K, of course, for the Mongols, has now said that apparently the techno part of that name comes from Technoblade, who unfortunately, a now deceased Minecraft YouTuber, his passing made big ripples throughout the Minecraft community as well. And I think it was his dad who actually posted one of his last videos. A really, really saddening story. But apparently that was where he got the origins of his first part of his name, and the 4K stemming from the 2K that Stewie2K did. So shout out Techno4K and Technoblade. I totally messed that up, but those are the origins of his name.
Нэрний өөрчлөлт одоо би Minecraft тоглодог байсан л та баг байх та. Тэгээ YouTuber ингээд бичлэг үзэх айгаа дуртай байсан. Тэгээд Technoblade гэж YouTuber байдаг байсан. Тэгээ одоо тэр YouTuber маань нас барцсан байгаа. Тэгээд тэрний нэрнээ санаа аваад Techno гэдэг хөл эхний үеийг аваад бас одоо яг тухайд Go тоглож эхэлж байсан. Тухайд яг миний яг хамгийн дуртай байсан тоглож байл яг тоглож эхэлж чаад Stewie2K одоо хуучнаа ирнэ. Тэгээд тэрний 2K-г нь 4K алгаад зөвөр ингээд нэг үрчлээ зөвөр нэмээд Techno 4K.
And very lastly, for all of you guys, an unfortunate story yet again, and this one especially for German CS or any like OG CS fans. When I was still first getting to CS like 10 or 11 years ago, these guys were already in CS for, I think, a fair amount of time before then. One of the first teams I was covering in the lower tiers of CS was Attax, or Alternate Attacks, the German CS team, who are now taking an official step back and away from CS2 for the time being, which it does suck. I feel like they've made an announcement like this before in some form or fashion. Maybe I'm thinking about a different lower tier team out there, but they've always been around. That's the thing. They've always been consistently around. Like, even if you don't follow Attax, you know the name. Like, even if you just watch Tier 1 CS, you know about the German CS team Attax, and you've seen them around. So that part just sucks, and it makes you wonder about sustainability a little bit, or what went awry. And so Attax is now taking a break. We will see if they do return sometime in the future, which you can only hope. A lot of Tier 2 and lower tier scenes in esports have been struggling for years now, so it shouldn't come as too big of a surprise. But CS has had a little bit of resiliency for keeping a good, fair number of teams around that are able to support some semblance of a roster. And so wishing the best for Attax in the future of German CS and where that goes. But until next time, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being here. I really do appreciate you guys. Because of you guys, I get really cool gifts from Team Vitality. And thanks again to them for sending these. I will be repping them. So till next time, thank you all for watching. I'm going to go do some laundry, and I'll hopefully see you guys back here bright and early tomorrow morning. Take care, y'all. I'll see you then.